If you're looking for some advanced mobility shoulder work, this video is for you. We're gonna hit 3 different exercises and mobility moves that are gonna help you loosen up those shoulders while getting stronger at the same time.
We're gonna use the strap. This is gonna be a little bit more gentle, a little bit more passive. All we're gonna do is just kind of go side to side with those arms while creating tension. We're gonna be pulling with the arms as they go out, as you're pushing just like this. This is gonna be good for the internal and external rotation, especially if you've ever dealt with something like frozen shoulders, shoulder surgeries. This is for if you are really lacking mobility and you just need to get that kick start going. Now that I think about this, I'm gonna put this at the beginning of the video. This should be the one we're starting off with. So, scratch what I said, don't go on to the next video. Skip to the second exercise if this one's too easy for you. I'll leave a timestamp where that is. But if you need a warm up to help loosen things up, we'll start off with this one. It's just back and forth. I am feeling my shoulders working, but that's because I'm actively pulling out and resisting my arms. So I'm not just going side to side. I'm pulling to the right with my right hand and to the left with my left hand. I'm just pulling a little bit more with whichever arm I'm going towards. So I'm pulling with my left arm, but I'm also pulling with my right. I'm just giving more force to the right arm. So this is still good for the external rotation workout, still good for the rotator cuff building its muscle, but it's gonna feel a lot less active or like a stretch for if you have flexible shoulders already than the next 2 coming up. We'll go 1 more each side. And done.
First, if you have a stretching strap or a dog leash, you can use that. But what we're gonna do is you'll put your hand into the loop or grab a strap if you have a towel. You'll take your arms behind your back, grab with the other hand, and then I actually should have this in kind of like a upside down grip, kind of like that. And then I'm gonna reach over top with my inactive hand. So the active hand, what I'm doing is I'm taking shoulder down, chest up, and I'm pulling that arm up into my shoulder blades. Now you can do this as a stretch and just hold it, but I want you to actively try to pull that right arm up and then push down towards the hips. So my arm that is in the loop, I'm actively resisting on the way up and then pushing on the way down. We're gonna do this for about a minute. By doing this, you're activating the deltoid and the tricep, which is gonna help increase the mobility. I'm still a fan of passive stretching, but can't be said enough that one of the best ways to stretch is when those muscles are activated. A lot of people ask how are gymnasts so strong, and that's part of the reason why. We have our muscles activated in very awkward positions. So I'll turn around. As you can see, I'm pushing down with my arm as I go down, and I'm pulling, or I should say pushing down again as I resist. When I come up here, I'm actually trying to get my hand into my shoulder blade as much as I can by pulling up and then pushing back down. So it's a couple of things at the same time. Pushing down to resist the top hand. And when I get to the top of my range, I'm gonna pull up like I'm trying to get my hand into that shoulder blade and then come down. There might be a point where you start to feel a little twinge of pain or something. We don't want to get to the point where any pain reaches above a 5. Like that last one, I think I might have went a little bit too far, but we do want to try to touch the point where we're like, okay, that's pretty far, and then come out of it so we're not going to hurt ourselves as we do it. Same thing, grabbing with the hand, palm facing backwards, other hand's going up top. I'm going to reach down until I have some tension on that strap, shoulder blade back and down. And I'm gonna pull down with the hand that's on the bottom, and then pulling down with the hand on the bottom as I pull up with the hand at the top. Feeling that tension, and then reversing by pushing back down with the left arm. So you are gonna be working those triceps while stretching out those deltoids. Shoulders are gonna be working here as well, of course. Good stretch up top, and then pressing back down. Whole time I'm trying to make sure I'm not not completely flaring out those ribs and also not raising up the shoulder. A lot of times what can tend to happen is that shoulder is going to want to kind of roll forward like this. Keep up nice and tall, chest up, shoulder down and back, pushing down, and then lift up with the top arm as you push down with the bottom arm. Feel that stretch, press up into the shoulder blades, and then pull back down into the other direction. We'll go 1 or 2 more times. So pulling up, breaking a sweat. Pushing up to the top, and then back down. We'll go 1 more for good luck. Pressing up. Reaching for the shoulder blades while keeping the tension in the shoulder, and then back down. Now this whole sequence that we're doing on this video, you can do for 2 sets, 3 sets if you like. Depends on what you're looking for. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming. My name is Michael. I've been a coach for a decade, and I'm here to show you some mobility, stretches, and exercises so that you can have the healthiest, happiest life or content life that you possibly can be without saying, hey, we have to go to the gym 3 days a week. We have to be doing the absolute most to optimize. Anyway, I won't get on my soapbox for that one. If that stretch was helpful, well, mobility stretch was helpful for you, like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Leave a comment if there is a specific muscle group that you would like me to address next. On to the next stretch, exercise mobility thing.
So I have a washcloth. I'm just gonna roll it up, and then I'm gonna put it down on the mat. And this, my forehead is gonna go on this so I can keep face straight down, keep my face straight down. Now it's gonna be hard to talk down here, but I'll do my best. I might look up, but I want you to keep your head down as much as you can. The goal to this is gonna be activating those rear delts and getting range of motion in the shoulders. Of course, that's the whole video, range of motion. Anyway, so head down, hands will start by the side. Hands will start by your side, lifting the shoulders up, lift the hands up, and then you're gonna go around to the side. Of course, the dog's gonna try to play now. Up to the top, and then back down. The goal is to stay off the ground as you go. Watch out, boy. Come on, watch out. Thank you, buddy. And then back over, and then up. To the top, keeping those shoulders pressed down into the ground as the arm, keeping the chest pressed down into the ground as the shoulders are raising up. And when you get back here, you can also turn these into handcuffs. Watch out, boy. Which are when you bring the hands up like this, reach up to the top, and then bring it back around. The idea though is to keep the shoulder tension as high as you possibly can. That way you're activating those shoulders and the upper back muscles while you're getting that flexibility in there. Turning the palms up if you're gonna do the handcuffs, and then reaching up towards your back as high as you can, and then back down. As I'm doing this, I'm also thinking keep my hips pressed into the mat. I don't want my butt to start sticking up. Sometimes the lower back can start to build a tension if you do that. Back around, and then we'll go for 1 more after this one. Palms around, reaching up to the top, and then back down. Keeping that tension in the shoulders, so I'm thinking shoulders down to my hips as I lift them up to the ceiling, keeping the lats engaged, keeping the shoulders down as I reach up to the top, as high as I can, and then back around. Remembering to breathe as you go. Get that tension, and done.
Your shoulders should be pretty fired up right now. If you're looking for more mobility in different parts of your body, watch something from this playlist. If you're looking for other workouts, watch this one right here. See you in the next video.